figures within the party. That to begin with, the Secretary General Edwin Sifuna and your Deputy Party Leader Osotsi, did they notify the committee of their absence? And if yes, were they given the permission to miss this crucial meeting? Thank you.
Yes, the two, Honorable Osotsi, who is the Deputy Party Leader, is in South Africa, and he has sent his apologies for being unable to attend. He tried to travel, but he was unable to. Honorable Sifuna also sent his apologies for this meeting. He missed his flight. And so both of them have the permission of the committee to be absent. Yes.
ODM held its Central Committee meeting, but guess what? Edwin Sifuna was no show. Oburu Odinga himself read the terms of the meeting. Why do you think Edwin Sifuna missed that meeting? Welcome back to our channel. Press the subscribe button for more news bulletins on Royal News, the channel where you get all your trendy politics. Now, the Deputy Party Leader Osotsi and the Secretary General Edwin Sifuna were both missing in that committee.
Yeah, Santi. Yeah. Yes. Asante. Yes. Now, are you ready? Are you ready? You are ready?
1 minute. 1 minute.
I'm saying members of the press. Are you ready?
Party leader ni moja. Yataki aende.
Party leader.
Asante. Are you ready?
Not yet.
Not
Said
yet.
you give them a minute.
You said you give them a minute.
Code bana. Code.
Party leader
Coordinate na wewe pia ufanye kazi na mimi.
How do you think it?
No, confirm code. Nasi kuna angekuwa hapa.
They are ready.
Hey.
You are ready? Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the press, this is a statement from the Central Committee of ODM held today on 12th January 2026. Now, the statement of this meeting was held in Kilifi County on 12th January 2026. The Central Committee of the Orange Democratic Movement, ODM, met in Kilifi County on January 12th, 2026 to review the political, organizational, and strategic state of the party and resolved as follows. ODM at 20 anniversary celebrations. The Central Committee received and reviewed a comprehensive report on the marking of the party's 20th anniversary. The committee expressed its satisfaction with the successful organization, broad national participation, and political significance of the celebration, noting that the events reaffirmed ODM's enduring relevance, resilience, and roots in the struggle for democracy, social justice, and inclusive governance. On November 2025, by elections performance. The Central Committee reviewed the outcome of the November 2025 by elections, during which the party fielded candidates in 3 parliamentary constituencies and emerged victorious in all. The committee noted with appreciation the confidence demonstrated by voters in ODM candidates. Early preparations for the 2027 elections. The Central Committee noted that general elections will be held next year and resolved that the party cannot afford to wait to begin preparations. The committee directed that structured work commence immediately towards positioning ODM not only to contest next year's general elections, but to form the next government, including policy development, organizational readiness, coalition building, and candidate preparedness. Review of the progress of a 10-point agenda, especially compensation for victims of protests. The Central Committee resolved to continue the review of the implementation of the 10-point agenda, especially the unresolved matter of compensation for victims of public protests, noting that the courts have declared the proposed panel of experts on compensation of victims of demonstrations and public protests unlawful. The committee resolved to propose that any compensation monies be channeled through the constitutionally and legally recognized institutions, specifically the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights. 5. Pre-election political alliances. The committee meeting expressed the intention to initiate structured negotiations with different political formations, beginning with the United Democratic Alliance. To this end, we have mandated the party leader to commence this process. Concurrently, consultations with party members will proceed, culminating in the National Delegates Convention.
What do you think? Why did Sifuna actually miss that meeting convened by Oburu in Mombasa?
Pendo ya mapendekezo ni vyema pia vizuri waambiwe ukweli wakati huu, wajiondoe. Gari letu limeondoka.
So I know Secretary General Sifuna was not in Mombasa, I've seen. But I want to request him, we are the ones who put you there. Please follow the party line.
So they can pick all the notes that I have and go with to opposition. Because we want a very strong opposition as we run that government.
Now, is Sifuna and Oburu falling out? It is very clear ODM has wrangles and they are not ending anytime soon. But a Secretary General missing the Central Committee meeting, chaired the first time by party leader Oburu Odinga. Now, this meeting, was it to give a direction for the party and to try to create stability in the political party? Now, we all know that Oburu Odinga has been making plans to call for an NDC. The Central Committee is one of the highest that will sit and make a decision, push to second stage, then it will be escalated to the NDC, which is very clear. 3 people have been calling for the NDC. We have Babu Owino, Winnie Odinga, and Sifuna. But why the miss in a very important meeting like this one? Now, these are the resolutions that the committee was intending to resolve. The Central Committee resolved to continue the review of implementation of the 10-point agenda, especially unresolved matter of compensation for the victims of public protests. Nothing that the courts have declared the proposed panel and experts on the compensation of victims of demonstrations and public protests unlawful. The committee resolved to propose that any compensation monies be channeled through the constitutionally and legally recognized institutions, especially the Kenya National Commissions on Human Rights. The committee meeting exposed the intention of initiating structural negotiations with the different political formations, beginning with the United Democratic Alliance. To this end, we have mandated the party leader to commence the process. Concurrently, consultations with the party members with proceeds culminating in the National Delegates Convention. Now, is this a confirmation that Oburu Odinga has directly acknowledged UDA-ODM alliance? Because according to number 5, the pre-election political alliance, the committee meeting expressed the intention to initiate structured negotiations with the different political formations, beginning with United Democratic Alliance. To this end, we have mandated the party leader to commence this process. Concurrently, consultations with the party members will proceed, culminating in the National Delegates Convention. So when we say that actually Oburu Odinga, last time he made a speech and he said clearly they are already in the negotiations, which means he has already commenced the negotiations with UDA. We are just awaiting finalization. And it's clear that Sifuna and Babu Owino, even Orengo, have been opposed to the broad-based alliance. And directly Oburu is acknowledging the alliance. Should we conclude that Oburu had already sided with the Ruto and the broad-based alliance? But it is clear Oburu is calling for the NDC, but the Central Committee must escalate the resolutions for the NDC to sit. Hence the question, if Sifuna was missing, who then signed the documents? Because the Secretary General have the power to sign the documents before proceeding. We all know that Sifuna always attended all meetings that Raila chaired, and clearly he also read them. This time it's different. It's only Oburu, no Sifuna, and Oburu read the terms of the meeting he chaired. Since people have been advocating for the removal of SG, do you think he could have boycotted this meeting, probably on the thought that they are going to remove him as Secretary General? Or was it because of the working relationship with UDA that Sifuna boycotted? We know that Sifuna is against the broad-based alliance, and with the constitution granting an association with UDA, then definitely he will have no choice but to read the terms of the constitution. Hence the question, has Oburu fully declared that he is settled to have an agreement with the UDA? Has he declared that ODM and UDA are going to be in a coalition forming the next government? And if so, will they still be comfortable with Sifuna being the Secretary General? And the question we still ask is, why did Sifuna miss the committee meeting in Mombasa, first chaired by Oburu Odinga? Stay tuned to Royal News for more news updates on ODM meetings to convene the NDC on Royal News, the channel where you get all you trending politics. In case it's your first time to listen in, press the subscribe button and ring your notification bell so that you can be fast to receive the news bulletins once we upload them. Until then, JD Ishmaels.